Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I want to talk a little bit about some exciting news to hit the IFBB. That would be the creation of a new division simply titled Men's Fit Model. All right, so Men's Fit Model, what is it about? How can you get involved? Is it the right category for you? Let's discuss this. Before we do, like, share, and subscribe because we are going to be deep diving into this category. All right, so Men's Fit Model has been around for a while now, but it's gaining popularity, especially in Asia, right? I can't wait for this category to hit the US and parts of South America as well as Europe, but for now, it's blowing up in Asia. All right, so what are the judges looking for when it comes to this category, and why would I be interested in this? Well, I used to do some fitness modeling in my 20s back in the early 2000s. I'm now 49, and so I also think that this men's fit model category is something that a lot of guys could aspire to. You know, I think that look in particular could be achieved without gear, consistent training. So that's why I think this category has a lot of crossover to the mainstream appeal. Firstly, the hierarchy. Where does it sit in terms of the divisions? So at the very top, you have the open bodybuilding class, followed by the classic men's physique, and now introducing the new men's fit model category. All right, so that's where it sort of ranks in the category. Now, men's physique is a category I absolutely love. I love the physiques. I love the aesthetic appeal of men's physique. It has grown and the guys are getting bigger and bigger. Look at the early Jeremy Buendia, right? Compared to his last Olympia. These guys are growing. The weight caps have been increased. So this is probably why they've created another category right below that, simply titled Fit Male Model. It is kind of different than the other categories such as men's physique. People think, oh, it's a smaller version of men's physique. That's not entirely true. There are some differences. So you ask if there is a crossover option for the men's fit model division, and the answer to that is no. So meaning that you can't really come from men's physique and then enter one of these competitions. Men's Fit Model is its own standalone division. All right, so let's talk about the criteria first. What are the judges looking for? All right, so this is what the judges are looking for when it comes to criteria. Firstly, overall physique. We're talking about balanced, proportionally and symmetrically developed physiques. In other words, complete physique, the condition of the skin, hairstyle, and handsomeness. This is something very different. I think this is what separates Men's Fit Model from the other category. They actually take into account the way you look and the ability to present himself with the confidence and the general impression made by the competitors. For those of you interested in looks maxing, I think this is right up your alley. Nonetheless, let's move on to the second criteria here. The body part should have a nice appearance. The physique should neither be excessively muscular or excessively lean. So you guys trying to come in at like 3% body fat, I don't think that's entirely necessary, and you don't have to blow up your physique and become overtly muscular. A happy balance is what the judges are looking for. It goes on to say that physiques that are considered too muscular or too lean must be marked down. So don't come in trying to look like Ronnie Coleman. That's not going to cut it. All right, so number 3, stage presence and personality. Judges are looking for the contestant with the best stage presence and poise, who can successfully convey his personality to the audience and the athlete's ability to present himself on stage with confidence. Now, this is a really important point. Some of you might overlook this. This is what I mean when I think that this men's fit model category has mainstream appeal. I can see the top guys in men's fit model category crossing over into fashion, modeling, that kind of stuff, if they're not already doing it, but I think on a much larger scale. And point number 3, stage presence and personality. This is where these attributes, if I may say so, comes into play. All right, let's move on to the last category here. The judge's assessment of the athlete's physique should include the athlete's entire presentation, from the moment he walks on stage until the moment he walks off stage. At all times, the fit model competitor must be viewed with the emphasis on a healthy and elegant physique in an attractively presented total package. So, long story short, I actually used to do some of these modeling competitions way back in the early 2000s. I did a few of them in Toronto and a few other cities, but nonetheless, I thought it was, a pretty exciting time being young, being fit, being in shape in your 20s. And so it's great to see that this category can perhaps open a lot of doors. Let's move on to the rounds here. What do you end up doing on stage if you're a men's fit model competitor. Firstly, prejudging, elimination round if there are more than 15 competitors. So we're talking about quarter turns, gymnastic shirts, and shorts. Number 2, prejudging, round number 1, quarter turns, comparisons, gymnastic shorts and shirts. Round 2, quarter turns, gymnastic, shirt, and shorts. You can see that the fashion element, shirts and shorts, is an important component. And then finally, the finals, we have round number 3, individual presentation, casual sportswear. This should be an exciting time, and I think this is where maybe a lot of sponsors may have the opportunity of sponsoring athletes. Clothing is a crucial element in men's fit model, etc. All right, let's move on to the attire. Number 1, fitted but not skin tight shorts. This is something that's really important to this category. Up to half thigh length plus gymnastic shirt, no shoes. Number 2, the color, the fabric, the texture, ornamentation, and the style of the shorts and shirt will be left to the competitor's discretion. So again, fashion is a huge component of this, and you have to have a sense of fashion, a sense of style, a sense of what works for you, your skin tone, your complexion. This is me speaking here. This is what I believe factors into presentation, right? So number 3 here, the gymnastic shirt should be plain, but maybe slightly see-through and may have color edging. All right, kind of edgy. That's pretty cool. Number 4, the gymnastic shirt will cover half of the pectoral muscles and half of the trapezius muscle in the back. All right, so here they want you to be covered up, especially the pecs and the traps for the back. All right. Number 5, the attire will be inspected during the official athlete registration check-in. All right. That's pretty interesting. I know the girls have to do that, so it's only fair that the guys have to do something similar. Number 6, except for the wedding ring, competitors will not wear footwear, glasses, watches, necklaces, earrings, wigs, distracting ornamentation, or artificial aids to the figure. That's pretty interesting. So you got to come sort of like just bringing your bare bones structure. Can't really use any hair pieces, any wigs, or anything of that kind. You just got to rock your best presentation. And finally, men's fit model category has no crossover options, meaning that you have to enter a men's fit model competition directly. Fit model is considered a standalone division for that event. The rule is there because of the fit model judging criteria. So we're talking about the overall look, the presentation, the proportions, the conditioning level, which may vary from division to division. Fit model has its own specific criteria. So why does the IFBB treat men's fit model as such? Well, firstly, it's more commercial and it's model focused. They also want less muscularity and conditioning. The IFBB also emphasizes overall aesthetic, proportions, grooming and presentation, as well as a marketable look. And finally, the IFBB really is emphasizing a clean, athletic, sharp look, visible abs, but not stage shredded, less shoulder trap dominance than physique. Think magazine cover than contest prep freak. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions as to what's going on with this division, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. If you guys are interested in some coaching, hit me up. The link is down below. Not necessarily if you want to do the contest itself, but if you just want to get in better shape, irregardless of whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, I work with anyone, all right? Follow me on my other social media platforms. Links are down below. Anyways, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.